What's up, Mustang crew? Does your car have a rough idle? Do you lose power under load? Then you might be needing new spark plugs. I will also be replacing the spark plug wires and the coil pack. Before you even begin, make sure your spark plugs are gapped to 0.054 and that your wires are in good condition. New spark plugs are NGK G-Power Platinum. The wires are MSD 8.5 millimeter and MSD Coil Pack, all from AmericanMuscle.com. Coat the inside of the wire connections with a little bit of dielectric grease. First, we disconnect the battery by removing the negative terminal first. These use 12 millimeter connections. Next, use a flathead screwdriver and remove that clip by pushing it out. Then push down on this clip and pull it out. Use a 932 socket and a 3-inch extension to remove those 3 bolts. Notice the bottom right bolt has a clip. Make sure you bolt that back on with it. Do not remove any wires from the old coil pack just yet. Gently set it on top of the master cylinder and bolt on your new one. Reattach this clip and the connection. It is optional to add dielectric grease around the connection. Now, time to disconnect the airbox. Unbolt the 8 millimeter, unplug the sensor, disconnect the breather hose, and using a large flathead, loosen the clamp. With the airbox out of the way, gently disconnect the spark plug cables by hand. Blow some compressed air on the spark plugs to remove any debris before removing them. Here's spark plug number 1, here's number 2, and here's number 3. I will begin by removing the most difficult spark plug, number 3. Here's how I got spark plug number 3 out. Ratchet and a 10-inch extension. Magnetized spark plug socket, 5/8, universal joint, and a 3-inch extension. Now look at that spark plug. Now to get the new spark plug back in there, you gotta feel for the hole. Now doing it in person is much easier. And then start threading it by hand. Make sure you're not cross-threaded. Now after you can't turn it anymore, go ahead and connect your 2 extensions and your torque wrench. Set it to 12 foot-pounds. Take your 3rd longest cable and connect it to spark plug number 3. Then route it just like your old cable and connect it to the coil pack. Now spark plug number 1 and number 2 are much easier using this setup. So swap those out and do the same thing with the cables. And we are done with the first 3. The cables are routed and connected to the coil pack. I reused this clip. To open it, you just need a small flathead. Now connecting the wires shouldn't be too difficult unless you make it difficult. They twist in and you should hear a snap. Spark plug number 4, number 5 are pretty straightforward. It's number 6 that's kind of tricky. You can do it with your spark plug socket and a universal, and your ratchet barely fits in there. Enough to loosen it and enough to tighten it. I couldn't fit a torque wrench in there, So I left the spark plugs nice and snug. Here's what spark plug number 6 looks like. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Spark plug number 6, the one closest to the driver, the wire is connected to the middle of the bottom row in your coil pack. Spark plug number 5, the wire is connected to the very first spot. And spark plug number 4 is connected to the very last spot in your coil pack. The geniuses at Ford designed it this way. The cable with the twisted boot goes on spark plug number 4. And this is what happens when the cable fuses to your spark plug. I labeled my spark plugs for future reference. Go ahead and reassemble everything. Put your battery back on there. Positive terminal first. Don't forget to add your MSD sticker. And see you guys next time.